Hello, my friends, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. So I'm sure for those of you who are on Twitter, have already seen this. If you're a game developer who happens to follow me, you may have already seen this as well. If not, well, this is an interesting bit of, I'm going to have to call it drama, that a business created specifically to attempt to get themselves some attention, I guess. But I do not believe in the all publicity is good publicity kind of thing. You don't want to piss people off. Angry people don't want to spend money. But here we go. I don't know if it's Godot or Godot. So we're going to go with Godot just because I want to. I'm sure someone will correct me. Apparently, game engines are woke now. Well then, we won't complain. Show us your wokot games below. And the responses are about what you would expect. Not a whole lot of people sharing projects. We'll go through and see if we can find anyone. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Here's one. Here's another. 2, 3 from the kind kitten, apparently. 4, 5. Wow, okay. Well, we're not going to go through the whole thing because we don't have that kind of time. But so far, we've only got about 5 games. And okay. Moving on. For those of you who don't know what Godot is, it is an open source game engine, meaning that in order to build using their assets, you don't have to actually pay them anything. You can just go in, their stuff's free, you don't have to credit them. A lot of people find that very useful for, getting started, getting involved. And it makes things in many ways more accessible for developers, for people just looking to get started, because realistically getting a engine license can be prohibitively expensive. How they make their money? Well, they get donations. People donate for using their product, the kindness of their heart, because their favorite game, because they're just getting started, because of perks as well. Here you see right now they are making £54,677 a month. There are 1,487 members and 18 sponsors. They have 6 sponsor levels. You can become a bronze member at £5, silver member at £10, gold member at £25, which at this point you get to show your name or company. I'm going to assume somewhere, I don't know. £50 at £100, they'll link to your website. And at £250, and these are a month, they will link to your website as well. So that's the brief overview of what Godot is. Now, of course, after they did this banning spree, people who said things they didn't like or responded in a way they didn't find respectful, or I don't know, just said something like, hey, there's a problem here. Do you think you can address this actual bug issue in your engine? All of these people blocked. Here you have a permaband saying Godot's community manager is still running Godot's account, is now blocking people for quoting Godot's own CEO comment. Impressive. And here you see cause. The main Godot account has banned me for quoting the Godot creator. I just posted it to test how bad the situation is. I didn't think they would actually do it. Here you see a tweet from Juan Leninsky. I'm probably saying that wrong. I deeply believe that any political discussions that put labels to a group of people is one that should not have started, as most of the people in this planet, no matter their political compass, seem to strongly disagree with me. I just prefer to stay entirely out of politics. And here you go. Here's where he says, I deeply believe that any political discussion that puts labels to a group of people is one that should not have started. And then he is blocked. So here you see a post from Starkium who says, I have been blocked. Guess what? I am a titanium level backer for the Godot Fund. Guess what my next move is? And here you see him blocked, and you see his name in the website. If you recall, the titanium level is $100 a month. And so he's giving these people basically $1,200 a year. His response to this tweet was focus on the engine and not politics. And then they blocked him. He goes on to say, I'm going to be nice, and we're going to see how this goes. He tags Nat in the Discord and says, would you be so kind as to unblock me? Update, I haven't heard from them. Community response went about as expected, perhaps a little less flame than usual. And apparently he got timed out for an hour. The mod who timed me out got back to me. What do you think? And he says, an hour? Really? Sorry, man, but I didn't see your post. I was replying to people in order. Paper Jack, who is the mod in question, I hope you understand why I had to take action. The discussion was escalating and soon I would have had to take more drastic action. Honestly, it felt like you were probing the rules and trying to get a reaction out of people. Some kind of misguided, I'll get them libs kind of attitude. 1 hour is enough for heads to cool down and make you reflect on why you were trying to do that. And he said he really interpreted the chat like that. He has now also been banned on the Godot Cafe Discord, which was the original Discord. We'll get into that story later. But they have 2 Discords. One was a more casual Discord that they'd had for a long time. This was a more formal, official Discord, you could say. The first one, or the one he's been timed out on, was the official Discord. But so he got banned from the Godot Cafe Discord. They tried pulling some weird mind games on me where if we both apologize for what we did wrong, he says, shut the fuck up. I've lived with manipulators my whole life. The last place I'm going to be gaslit is in the friggin' Godot Discord. Are you kidding me? And he says, yeah, I'm pulling my funding. I'm not dealing with this creepy fucking cult any longer. I thought Rust was bad. This is a whole new level of weird shit. I imagine this reply made by one of the Discord mods regarding your statement is part of why he came to feel that way. By Xanax, he, him. The drama isn't created by Godot, who just made a nice tweet to surface cool indie games. The drama is created by reactionary, insecure cowards who have nothing better to do in their day than to shit on something they are unconcerned with. They even feel persecuted because other people exist and are visible. These people's cowardice and small-mindedness is a danger to everyone. They're the filth of humanity, and banning them is a kindness to everyone, including themselves. That way they can continue to pretend the world is made only of cowards like them and not be subjected to people that are different. For me, the only problem of this tweet is that it doesn't happen every day, so more of those imbeciles can be banned. They should be doing these tweets every 30 minutes, and anyone who has a problem with them can fuck off to oblivion and then fuck off some more. Anyone having any slight issue with it here can fuck off too. To not have any more drama, it is very easy. There will be no more drama the day those drama queens stop getting their panties in a knot around anything that doesn't concern them. See something that doesn't concern you in any way, just do your best to be a normal human about it. There will be no drama. Goes on to say, you have no right of speech here, because I consider your speech to be toxic vomit. If you think inviting queer people to share their games is politics, you're a toxic piece of fuck, an evil human, and I want you to feel disrespected and to fuck off as fast as you can. It's a real winner they picked as a representative right there. I can understand having a number of emotions, but I can't say that expressing them that way is the best way to do it. Vera Dark posts, the Godot community manager has caused irreparable damage to their image. They've virtue signaled for years, but then got triggered over the culture war. Then to own the chuds, they called it wokot. But now they're blocking thousands of people, even donators. This is the mentality being pushed by the moderators in their Discord. Now, I do feel it important to point out that this moderator and the community manager are 2 separate people, in case that's unclear. This person says, or Xanax says, there's no ambiguity, by the way. Anyone who speaks against this needs to be banned immediately. May they be good people? Maybe. May they be redeemed and learned? Sure, it's possible. But they can do so on their own time and come back once they know better. In the meantime, they're toxic weeds and need to be removed. And here's people going back and forth saying, they're too dumb to make their own. Woke studios use pre-built engines, but most studios do, which is also true. Then this guy says, great way to get forked. And he says, good things since they get none of the new features. Of course, that forgets the fact they can just develop their own features, but beside the point. Godot isn't interested in any market. It's open source, which is a lie, because if they want to keep working, they have to keep getting money somehow. So hopefully these people have money. That's all I'm going to say about that. We're all here to try to make Godot be awesome, And this guy says, yeah, when you see fuckos coming out of the woodwork to be imbeciles, you don't say things that can make people trying to defend themselves mistake you for one of them. If you happen to do it by mistake, then it's easily fixable. Godot is awesome. I think I'm seeing some racist shit in the replies too now. Anyway, the only problem of such tweets, and then he repeats the idea that they should happen every day so they can ban them all. And apparently, Zan feels being neutral isn't real. And this person says you should try being neutral instead of alienating a huge portion of your market so you can pander to identity politics. Take a note from Epic and Unreal. In regards to people who were blocked for commenting things that had nothing to do with woke, Xanax responds, then those can write to Code of Conduct and say, hey, you misinterpreted my words, and be unblocked. But as a mod with 7 years of practice and thousands upon thousands of interactions, maybe like 10 and several dozen thousand were genuinely mistakes. Well, he definitely thinks highly of himself, doesn't he? Continuing on, guy says we don't want them in this community. Anyone who opens their mouth about why Godot got woke can fuck off to the end of the universe and then fuck off some more. Blocking immediately and completely, 100% agreed. Those people could go suck a bag of dicks. Removing cockroaches from the community is making Godot good. And this person says, no, a block wave is, in my opinion, counterproductive. And he says, no, it's the most productive. Let the fuckos that hold society back be shunned everywhere. Ain't no time for them. Let them get fucked. Wow, someone calling Nat a freak in one of the replies. Says we can disagree on that. And this guy says, oh no, blocking bad actors is good. And he says we don't want them in this community. Whether they're using Godot or not is beyond the point either way. They're toxic, evil people, and they need to be weeded out like vermin. Well, that's a lot, isn't it? You can definitely see that these people get high off the power they're given. They have a lot of... They like the feeling of control and the idea that they are making the world a better place simply by getting rid of people that disagree with them. Meanwhile, they say that other people, it's a whole mess. But also, go subscribe to Veridark. Void Voice here says, if you haven't seen a power trip in a minute, grab some popcorn. Godot wokot Discord mod shutting any iota of discourse down. Not one whiff of differing opinion will be tolerated. The username is so ironic. I think a Xanax would actually do some good. And this is lovely. This person says, if you have any questions about the Twitter kerfuffle, read this. If after reading it you have more questions, read it again. If you're still not convinced, keep rereading it until you're either convinced or leave. If you want to discuss, you'll be banned. Hope it's clear. Meanwhile, this sneaky guy was saying, however, I think there's a difference between saying yikes compared to outright blatant homophobia. I hate gays is different from someone saying yikes when Godot is asked to showcase your wokot games. Okay, I'll drop it. Guy said, I just warned you, a single emoji will be a ban. He said, sorry, I was typing ahead already. Anyway, new topic. Not a single slight word about this is allowed. Person says, I think banning everyone with the slightest assumption carries risk of overdoing it, and that is 100% a negative thing. Sure, new topic, fantasy football. Don't overdo it, please. Not a breath in the general direction of this subject. Not the thought of a dream of maybe considering having an opinion. Holy shit, they don't even want people to have an opinion. Last warning, any single thing you say that may be construed as related will lead to a ban. God damn. So here's the Twitter kerfuffle post. This drama isn't created by... Oh, hold on. So this is the same thing before. This drama isn't created by Godot, who just made a nice tweet to serve his cool into games. Drama is created by reactionary insecure cowards. Nothing better to do in their day. Unconcerned with. Oh. They even feel persecuted because other people exist. Small-mindedness is a danger to everyone. Filthy humanity. Banning is a kindness. For me, the only problem is they don't do it every day. The discourse stands by Nat and her completely uncontroversial tweet that should not lead to any slight opposition if people were any less pieces of shit. For people who got banned wrongly, it's too bad, but there's simply no time to observe differences when there's so many imbeciles. People who have been banned wrongly can always appeal, and they'll get unbanned. When someone is being brigaded, just stay out of it. As for not having more drama, it's very easy. There will be no more drama. Just do your best to be normal human beings. Yeah, so just apparently they stand by Nat. In regards to the actual community manager who started this all off, this is her. Then you have this lovely Agent Toad. There's so many hidden replies to this, I can't even block them all. Utter respect to Godot for cleansing their community to include the most inclusive people and making the rest of them seethe. What? So you're getting rid of people to include the most inclusive people? If anybody can explain that to me, go ahead and give me a shot down in the comments. Let's see if you can make any sense of that. I'd love to see you try because I don't think it's possible. Makes precisely zero sense. There is more in this tweet that we will address in just a minute, but first, so you'll see here in this screenshot by Grums that Artur was having a conversation with the creator of Godot, Juan. Unfortunately, there's a lot of this that is now unreadable because Juan has protected his posts. Now, this was that first tweet, the I deeply believe that any political discussion tweet that Artur responded to and says it's fantastic that you wish to be neutral when your community managers purge anyone on the wrong side of politics. Can you explain this? I'd interact with you or Godot since I have nothing to do with your work. Then there's an idiot who's misinterpreting Artur's post. Godot Code of Conduct is only for interactions with the project or in project social media channels. If you behave properly, you should not be banned no matter what your political bias is. Nobody has been instructed to ban people for who they follow or what they post in public. Sure, if you go and register in the forums in your bio, you write that your gender is attack helicopter, or if you make there any harassment or discrimination, that will be an instant ban. But that is your pinned message and should be unrelated. And Artur said, as I explained, I have not interacted with Godot or been informed of why this action occurred. I'm not on Godot Discord, the forum, or any other community related to Godot, as I don't use the tool. I hope you can see why this surprises me and others. And one says, thanks for clarifying. I will look into it. And that's really the last thing we hear from him on that. He doesn't really change anything. Now, I am going to go ahead and indulge in a little bit of theory here. I think when people are reading what Juan here is saying, they are misunderstanding what he's saying. It sounds like he's politically neutral. That is not what he's saying. He is saying that since most people disagree with him, he doesn't want to talk about it. That is different from being politically neutral. That does not mean that when your activist community manager decides to go on a tear, that you don't actually support it. It's just you are a person who doesn't like conflict, thus you are not going to get involved. As this video got much longer than I anticipated, what do you think of everything so far? I will be releasing the second half tomorrow, so come back if you want to hear more and let me know your thoughts so far down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. If you really liked it, you can feel free to share it around, and I will catch you later.